Hey guys, how we doing? I hope you guys are doing amazingly well. So I hope you guys can see me because I don't know if I'm it says rotate device. Okay, so I'll rotate device. Um, so I'm in my car. It's a gloomy day, but I don't like calling the word gloomy because gloomy sounds sad, and I'm all about the trying to think positive and putting positive words out in the universe, you know. Um, so I'm getting ready to pull into the driveway and stuff, and let me check something out here because I don't know if I'm able. Oh yeah, I am able to share. Okay, perfect. So let me see. Can I share? Let me see. Share. Copy link. Facebook. Oh, but I can't. Dang. Okay. Well, that sucks. Okay, let me see. Oh wait, no, no, no. Let's see. Photos. Yeah, see, I can't do it. Dang it. All right, maybe can I share? See, I can't even share screen. Maybe I can share my screen, desktop. Okay, I guess not. Let me see. Hey, Angela, how you doing, honey? Good to see you. Hope you're doing good. Hope you've been doing good with your diabetes. Or not doing good with diabetes, but getting on track and trying to get rid of it, you know, so I get it. So, well, that's good. Yeah, you gotta be taking care of yourself. That's true. That's very, very true. And I know I got a lot of videos that I need to upload in regards to that. Um, and because I actually have lost more weight. I want to say it's close to 70 pounds or a little bit over 70 pounds because I was about 250 when I started doing these videos. And then now, um, I'm like at 177. So, well, yeah, it's about 50 to 70 pounds and stuff, but I'm not at my goal weight yet. That's my current weight. So, I love your videos. You help me. Aw. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, but yeah, basically this video that I was, because like I said in the beginning, okay. I love you, Mama, but I need to not not read that yet. But like I was, the title of the video, it's like when your fur babies pass away. And, because at first, all my life I've had animals. I've had dogs, I've had cats, I had fish, I had gerbils and hamsters and lizards, trained mice. And what I mean by trained mice, mice that you buy at the pet stores where they're like pets. But yeah, I couldn't do it. Um, but anyways, there's some pictures because in the beginning of the video, I was trying to find what do you call it? What's the word I'm looking for? We just oh no, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. That's yeah, it's pretty sad. It is pretty sad, and I mean especially when it belongs to your children too, you know. So, but yeah, for those of you that are on, and you, Angela, my mom, my daughter had the other Marquita, the one that you follow, naturally Marquita. Um, she had a cat named Sassy. Now, if you see in some of her videos, past videos when she used to live here, she had her cat Sassy. So we ended up taking over because obviously where she was living, they don't allow animals. My other daughters, basically all the animals that we had here were theirs. And so we had Sassy, we had Broadway, we had Highland, we had Patchett. Oh my God. I mean, in 20 years, I think we went through, I want to say about 10, 15. We just had 10 or 15. We just had like 10 or 15 total animals, and that's not including the ones that just passed. So like last year we had Highland that passed away, and then uh after that we had what do you call it? Bum. So right before Highland was Bum, was a big old black fat cat. I mean, beautiful, beautiful. Oh my God, Mom, I love you. Stop. But yeah, it's she. So basically, all the animals that we had cat wise were guy cats and male cats. They were fixed and everything else. But in this past couple months, yeah, the past couple months. So like I said, last year in March, Bum passed away. Then a few weeks after that was Highland, which is another one of my daughter Brenda's cats. Then a year and a half later, which is now, back in September, we had a cat called Broadway. And where we found this cat was a street called Broadway Avenue. And yeah, let's see. Cool. From. She seriously said she was. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh my God. And that is like the messed up thing too, like when it comes to mammals, because you don't want your fur babies to hurt and stuff, and now Marquita's cat, naturally Marquita, the one that's here on YouTube, her cat, oh my God. I mean, the cats that we've had, they've lasted over 20 years. So like for instance, Sassy, he's was 21, 22 years old. I'm not quite sure. I know she's probably going to be here looking at the recorded video, or maybe because I'm not sure if because I know she's doing videos right now and editing videos for like Halloween costumes and stuff like that. So I know she just did one. I think it was like a hobo clown or something like that. And so if you haven't seen it, make sure you watch it. It's pretty cool. But yeah, it's like her, the cat, oh my gosh. The cat, Broadway, he passed away last month. And the next thing you know, I knew something was going on. Oh my gosh. Once he started drinking a lot of water. And I knew, being that he was old and over 20, they weren't gonna like save him. They were just probably gonna just shoot him up with some type of medication or whatever to make him feel comfortable. And I'm just like, you know what? Because if they don't give you meds, they want to like put them down to put them out of their misery. Now, I know for a fact that if an animal is in a lot of pain, she nursed her back to life. She's alive and healthy and Coco. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. And I love it when doctors or veterinarians, I love it when veterinarians fight for them also. Because I know we had one, or have one. Her name is Dr. McCarthy. And yeah, and that's another thing. Sophie, we had a black and white, not a Pomeranian. What's her name? It's a Shih Tzu. And she was like, I mean, if you see Shih Tzus online, they're like stocky type. What do you call it? Stocky type dogs, but they're small dogs. So they're kind of almost, kind of like full bodied, dogs. but she was so skinny, you know, towards the end. All right. Um, if you see me keep on doing that, that's my mom. My mom is the type of person, she'll throw so many texts, but it's not even text. These are pictures and, you know, like these emojis and stuff like that. So I'm just kind of like, okay, stop, you know, because, okay, let's see it. There we go. Oh, that was Marquita. So, oops, Marquita, I'm sorry. I didn't even realize it was you because I thought it was going to be my mom. But anyways, but yeah, it's just like, I didn't even read the message. Sorry, Marquita. So, but anyways, but yeah, it's like, okay. So, but next thing you know, so let's see, Sophie passed, I want to say between June and July. I don't know. I got to look at the paperwork. And I felt bad for her, you know, because one thing about these dogs, I want to call them Pomeranians, Shih Tzus. The two main things that's going to happen to them the older they get is they're going to get hip dysplasia, where their whole back end just, it's going to be like, um okay, for the Latinos or Latinas that are on, there's a word that's called tambalear. Like they're kind of like, you know, they can't walk. They can't walk in a straight line. They have to, like, it's almost like their back legs don't work. You know, like the spine. Their spine is messed up from the back end by the hips, and so it's like it's not fused together. So she had really bad hip dysplasia, and then obviously they start going blind. They start getting like that, the white of their the whites of their eyes, like the brownness becomes white. So she could no longer go up and down the stairs, so we had to carry her up and down. It was getting to the point where she was starting to pee everywhere. Excuse me, she was starting to pee everywhere. She would pee and poop where she would sleep. And okay, sorry, Marquita was sending me a message. But yeah, it's like she would poop and pee where she would sleep, and I'm just like, well, maybe, you know. So I was just trying to avoid taking her to the vet. And so I took her, and I'm just like, okay, you know, me being the strong mom, this and that, and whatever, nobody could come with me. And of course, you know, I went with all the kids when their pets were, you know, going down and stuff. So I'm just like, okay, no, my son no longer lives here. He's married, he's got his own life. You know, my daughter was working, and uh yeah, she was working, and obviously Marquita was living, you know, in Arizona. And, you know, my husband obviously working, so I'm just like, well, you know what? Let me just ask for Dr. McCarthy, because I know she's awesome. She's good. She's got an awesome bedside manner. Awesome, you know, because she's not about the money, and she just, you know, knows she feels the same way that, you know, anyone else would feel when you have to put your fur baby down, you know. So when she had to put Sophie down, I didn't think I was gonna break down, and I'm just like this, you know, trying. I mean, even now thinking about it, I get kind of choked up because I'm still kind of trying to get over shit, trying to get over my both my daughter's cats. So shit. Oh, Lord have mercy. Don't want to do that. But yeah, it's like when we put her down, I was basically going the way I am right now. And she's just like, and like I said, she couldn't walk, because she would like wobble. There you go. She would wobble, you know, so that's the word. Oh my God, Mama, please, I love you. Um, but she would wobble when she would walk. So as soon as she checked to make sure she was dead and everything else, and she's like, "Do you want us to take her?" I said, "You know what? No, we'll take her. We'll bury her." I mean, my backyard is filled. Yeah. Anyway, that's another story. So, but yeah, so we took her and we buried her in our backyard, and you guys, hold on. I don't even know if I could put you guys on pause. All right. So because I'm not even sure, probably not. So I don't even know how to. You would pause this thing because it's on live. But anyways, so she just likes Dr. McCarthy's. You know, she's saying, you know what, I know what you're feeling, this and that, and you could see her tears well up in her face, and I'm just like, wow, you know. And she's like brand new to that firm, or that office. Okay. All right. So, anyways, I'm sorry. I'm reading what was going on here. But so I'm asking her, it's like, how can you handle all this all the time? You know, with so many people losing their fur babies and everything else. She's like, well, it comes with the territory, but when you know and you start getting used to, it's like, well, this one is really special. I mean, she's one of the oldest, you know, clients that we have, you know, because obviously, she was 20. Let's see, I've been with Avon for 18.5 years. She was already about like 6 months old, 6 months old to a year. So she was probably about 20 or 21 years old. And so they've never really had senior animals. You know, they're usually like 8 or 9, or the oldest I think they've had was a 10-year-old. But all our cats, all our dogs are like really, really old. And she's just like, what are you feeding your animals? Or what kind of voodoo are you doing? I'm like, no, I'm not into that. You know, it's just basically when you show an animal love and everything else, they don't have to go out looking for anything because you're giving it to them at, you know, inside the house. So then she passed, like I said earlier this summer. Then it was Broadway, which was our gray cat. So if you have seen my videos, you'll see a cat behind me that acts really needy, and I get kind of upset. I'm like, get out of the way, and this and that and whatever, you know. Um that's the one that passed away. And I was trying to see if I could share some photos and stuff, you know. And I don't even know if I could share. Let me see. Copy link, Google, let's see, tweet. Oh, see, I can't even, Samsung, memo, send, Zoom, one. Yeah, see, it doesn't, yeah. Unfortunately, it won't, I can't, I wish I could share, let me see. Spotify, let me see. Normal, Spookify. Nope. See, it doesn't show me anything. Because I was gonna say maybe I could show the what's it called? Oh, no, 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 no. Okay, let's do it this way. No, no. Live chat, none. Okay, let me see. 1 second. Now I don't even know what the heck I did here. All right, so let's. All right. Okay, you know what? Normal. There we go. I think. No? Oh, I don't even know what the heck I'm doing here. Hold on 1 second. I don't want to do this. Share. Okay, copy link. All right. I am so sorry. I don't even know what the hell I just did here. I'm trying to bring everything down. Oh, there we go. Yay. Okay. It's been a while since I used this, so. But yeah, no, then, with Broadway, because this was, like I said, because Sassy passed away 9 days ago. But prior to Sassy was Broadway, because like I said, in the beginning, Broadway was found on Broadway Avenue on the corner of Broadway and Downer. He was found wrapped up in a bag, so they had tossed him away, and he was about maybe a few weeks old and stuff. So I mean, he was really, really young. I mean, he was just a kitten. And I'm just like, oh my God, how can anybody do that? You know, I mean, if you're gonna have a cat or an animal, a rabbit or a guinea pig or anything, you know, if you're gonna take the responsibility of buying an animal, then you shouldn't be doing that, you know. Yeah, in a bag. It was like in one of those plastic grocery bags that you would, you know, they like from Walmart or Dollar Tree or Dollar General or something like that. So it was in a bag with foil. So they must have wrapped them up in foil really good, and then wrapped a bag, or put him inside a bag, and then he was behind some bushes. Now these bushes, like I said, where we found him was across the street from a Mexican restaurant on a busy street. Now this street was like really, really busy street. It was on both, because it was a four-way street, and we found him on, I guess you would say, the was it the east side, like the south side of Downer Place, but on Broadway Avenue. So, long story short, you know, I kept in hearing like a mew, like mew, mew, you know, like how little baby kittens, you know, meow. And I'm just like, babe, I mean, I know I haven't started drinking yet. It's still early. It's Sunday. We just got out of church, and the kids were home. At that time, they were kids. I mean, they were still, let's see, Brenda and Marky were probably let's see, Brenda was still in grade school. Marquita was just starting junior high, or maybe younger, I don't know. And my oldest was just starting junior high. But you would hear this cat, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. So it took a long, long time for Broadway not to be so traumatized from foil and plastic bags, because he was literally traumatized. He would hear the noise or the rustling of foil or a plastic bag or a garbage bag or whatever. He would just like book. He would bolt and stuff like that, you know. So, but yeah, it just like I said, it was pretty sad, but he finally got over it. And the next thing you know, like I said, this past in the middle of September, I was noticing he was starting to decline health wise, because he was starting to drink a lot of water. Now, animals normally, okay, oh wait, all right, it's going to be an ambulance coming here pretty soon, or passing by. So if it starts getting louder, I'm going to, like, so. Okay. All right, cool. So, I was noticing that his back legs also were like, because you know how most cats or dogs, or you know, I mean, obviously they put a lot of pressure on their pads of their feet, so they're supposed to be kind of like this, you know. And the next thing you know, you're just like this, and your the back of those cats legs are, what's the word I'm looking for, I don't want to say they're sturdy, but they're more, I mean, when you see a cat's body, you can see the way they walk, okay, and their back end and what have you. but I was noticing it was kind of like dropped. It didn't look right. Um, he didn't look like he was hit. He didn't smell like he was hit. There was no blood. There was nothing. I did take him to the doctors to check, and he seemed fine. They did take x-rays and everything else. But like I said, he was declining, and it had to have been arthritis. So, they couldn't rule it. They couldn't say or diagnose arthritis, but they assumed it was arthritis. They did take blood work. So he was fine. Blood work was fine. Bones were fine. X-rays were fine. He was fine. But it was, I don't know. I mean, the food never changed. Nothing ever changed. So, I mean, honestly, I don't know. But again, the only thing I'm saying is it had to have been old age because he was over 20. So, he was drinking a lot of water. I remember there was one time that, I can't remember what it was. Commercials usually last about 2 to 3 minutes. He got down, started drinking water. Commercial was on. Someone knocked on the door on my front of the house because they wanted to buy Avon. Because my porch is, filled with the Avon products and stuff like that. So it's kind of like a little mini store. And the next thing you know, I'm just like, answer the door, and I must have been with them between, I don't know, like 2 to 3 minutes, 4 minutes. By this time, maybe 2 minutes had already passed. He was still drinking water. By the time I got done with those customers, I want to say about 3 to 4 minutes passed, no more than 5 minutes. I go to sit down, and I hear the dog, which is Bernie. She's about 19 now, 19 and a half, which is Sophie's daughter. Because I had Sophie, and before, when I had Sophie, she ended up getting pregnant by her dad. Yeah, I know, it's kind of sick. But Sophie ended up giving birth to Bernie, and now I got Bernie. So Bernie's was about 6 months younger than the mom, because the mom was, like I said, 6 months to a year, whatever. But so um and the next thing you know, my husband. I wasn't just kissing anybody, so so yeah, and the next thing you know, it's just like, what is going on? He's still drinking water, and I'm just like, okay, well, maybe he's thirsty, because it was kind of hot that day. It was between 85, 90, and he was out. He had slept out. He slept the night before outside. So in my mind, I guess you could say I was making excuses, trying to be in denial or not in denial, or just not getting worried or whatever and stuff. So try not to be worried. And all of a sudden, I'm just like, wow, this is crazy. So after this video is over, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a link of, yeah, exactly. I'm going to put a link of the cat. Let's see, the two cats that passed away within like 2 weeks of each other, and then the two dogs that are left. So basically, I mean, this little house had a lot of animals. I mean, it was just, it looked, it was like a freaking zoo. Honestly, it was like a freaking zoo. I mean, I think we had at one point we had a total of 13 animals in our home. I want to say I think. You know what? Marquita would know, because she's got a good memory about that, of who else we had. Anyways, but yeah, so right then and there, I knew, that and see, that's another thing with cats. They get, renal failure. And what, renal failure is, it's like their kidneys start shutting down and they start failing, where you may have to replace it, give them medicine, this and that, or whatever. But if you start seeing them lose weight a lot, that's one key feature. If you know, but sometimes the symptoms are not there. But as a mama, to these cats, well, in this case, I was a grandma, but Brenda basically took over taking care of them. So, she would say, it's like, here, go with grandma. So I ended up being the grandma instead of the mama because we're the ones that found him. Because as soon as we brought him in when he was a baby, he hid inside my husband's jacket sleeve. So he basically, like, let's say, and he was wearing like a leather jacket because it was during this time of year, like fall, and he would go like in like the sleeve. So when my husband came in, it looked like he had like a big old muscle right here, and the kids were just like, what's in your jacket, Dad, or whatever. And he's like, well, check it out, this and that. It's like, I got big, or we worked out, or my husband was being a smart ass. And next thing Brenda fell in love with him, and it's like, oh, my cat, whatever. But yeah, so it's just like, showing the cats lots of love, the animals lots of love. They're gonna last a lifetime because it's in their DNA to be it's like dogs, okay? It's in their DNA to protect us. And the same thing with the cats. The cats feel like they're dominant and they have to take care of their litter. So we're considered their litter because we are the ones that bring them the food and and everything else. So but so I mean, I don't know, I watch like a lot of what's it called, Discovery Channel and animal type stuff, Animal Planet or whatever. And like, yeah, exactly. It is. It's in their DNA to be loved, because I mean, their first instinct is to, like, maybe eat, kill, relax, and then to be loved. So it's just like with us humans, we need to be loved no matter what, even if we are ornery sons of bitches, Yeah, yeah. Oh my God, yes. The dogs, especially. The dogs, dogs, rabbits, cats too sometimes, but but I've noticed female cats are more, uh, I don't want to say snobby. They're more users. They're kind of like us females sometimes, like, I don't want to say all females are like that, but like the females that like to use their men or their lovers or whatever. But yes, that's so true. Dogs are, I don't want to say needy, but they love to be loved. They love their bellies to be scratched. And what I love, when you scratch a certain part, they start going like, it's like, it looks like they're jacking off. I'm so sorry for saying those words on a Sunday. He follows and bothers me mostly when after. And you know what? Oh my God, Angie, that is so true because when they feel and they pick up when you're sad, they know when something's up with you because they'll probably put their head on your feet. They'll try to put their head on your lap, depending on how big or small they are. If they're small, they'll probably want to sit on your lap or whatever. But yes, when they feel something is up, yeah, when they feel something is up, they want to make sure you're okay. And the crazy thing about it, if you talk to them in English and Spanish, whatever your native tongue is, they'll understand you. And it's just like, dude, do you really are you do you really understand me what I'm saying? So it's really crazy. You'd be surprised what a dog, so it's like if you ever sit down and they're near you or whatever, just check them out, watch them, study them, because what I love about dogs too, they can feel when a storm is coming. Oh my God, that is so cool. That is so crazy. And yeah, no, no. And they are so overprotective, especially if there's a newborn. Because I remember we had a dog named Rusty that was my uncle's dog way, way back in the day. We're talking, boy, I'm 51, I think. Let me see. 67 minus 2018. Yeah, I'm 51. I had to think, so do the math in my head. Um, but yeah, this dog was so overprotective of my son, Christopher. I tell him to drink agua and he knows to drink water. I speak Spanish and English to him, mostly English. That is good. That is good. So your dog's going to be Chicano then. Oh, I don't like the word Chicano, but yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, that's how it is with our animals too. We speak to them in both languages. And sometimes I don't speak at all. I'll use like a sign language. So, like for instance, our three-legged American Bulldog, which is my son's dog, um, Gino. I'll tell him like if I'm standing up and I'll tell him to sit. I'll kind of go like that, or I'll snap and I'll go like that. And he's kind of like, got that Scooby Doo, like, huh? So it's like once he starts getting understanding the thing, I'm just like, because I tell my husband, it's like, you never know when you lose your voice or if you become blind or whatever. And because I always tell him, it's like, you always got to figure out, your steps, your whatever. And that's my daughters and my sons like, oh, you're always thinking the worst. I said, no, it's like I always have a plan B. That's what it is, because you never know. And the same thing with like the kids, it's just like, yeah, exactly. Because it's just like with my kids, I taught them at a very early age how to wash their own clothes, how to cook, and unfortunately, now that they're older, they're just like, we wish we would have been kids. I said, but you were kids. But the only thing is, you were the only kids that knew how to do adult stuff, because, may God forbid, something should happen to me or your dad. We're in a car accident, or we step out of the house and there's a freaking flying bullet, which, I mean, there's nothing here. I mean, they're just, in our block, it's only two homes. I'm gonna flip you guys around 1 second. So that's my house right here. You could see, like I said, you could see all the Avon there, and then across the street is a food pantry, and over there is a restaurant. There's more what do you call it, houses down that way, but there's like, I don't, like right there's a block right there, which is Florida Avenue. And then you go this way, and that's my neighbor's house, and there's factories there. And when you go down more that way, there's a whole bunch of factories. On the other side of that fence, there's a railroad. And then, of course, you have the next block right there where the stop sign is, which is New Haven. And then the next block over is Illinois Avenue. So, and then right here, of course, is Highland Avenue. So, oh, and then one more thing. 1 second. 1 second. And then in between this house and the next corner, there's like two homes and then a big empty lot. So it's like, honestly, it's, it's a peaceful neighborhood, even though there's like a lot of traffic, if that makes any sense. So, I mean, yeah. So like with the dogs and everything else, and I even tell my husband, I was like, you never know. There could be people driving and they're chasing people. It's like, you're always thinking the worst. I said, no, I just like to be prepared. I'm not like those preppers you see on the A&E channel, or where they dig holes for the end of the world. I mean, I'm not that type of prepper, which is not a bad idea. But but yeah, so it's just I don't know. I don't know. It's just like I mean, I just like to be prepared. I guess you could say. Be prepared and everything else too. So I mean, 'cause you never know. Um, because at least this way, the kids know and they don't have to worry about anything or whatever. So but yeah, no, but getting back to these dogs and cats and stuff like that, it's like with Broadway, he was like so needy. He wanted to be always held. It's like whenever I did my videos, he had to be on the counter, or if I was doing, my admin work, because the two ladies that would help me, they passed away. One lived in Georgia. I've never met them in person or anything, but we would talk with each other via Messenger, via Skype, whatever. But they would help me out with my admin work. I would send it to them, and I just have them, call my reps and stuff like that. And because they say, "Oh, I love Avon, but I don't want to sign up for Avon, but maybe I can help you out or this and that," and but if I need orders, I'll order through your website and you can just, cut me a check on a discount, or because they would get orders from other people. They would place the orders on the website. And so like, let's say if they placed a $200 order, I would basically give them a discount and stuff, there and stuff, and I would cut them a check and send it via PayPal or whatever. Um, and this way they'd be getting a discount and gifts and stuff like that too. So, but unfortunately, they both passed away, and so now I'm kind of like doing four people's jobs, and it gets stressful sometimes, but it's good. It keeps me busy and out of trouble. So but yeah, it's like this cat was always in the way and this and that and what have you. And then right now when I was pulling in, that's basically what made me start this whole video of, it's been like 42 minutes now. My goodness, I'm just rambling on here. Is okay, I'm gonna show you guys. Let's see, I'm gonna flip you guys around now. Okay, I'm gonna turn my car on a little bit. So I'm gonna go now. All right. Okay, now see how that. Okay, I'm gonna go. So when okay, you know what? I'm gonna move forward a little bit first. Okay, I'm gonna move forward. And okay, so now I'm gonna bring this down. Okay, so now when I back up, now see I have a CDL, and what I've been taught is, let me see if I could use my pen here so I can show you guys. So what I've been taught is like this edge right here of the grass, and here's the edge of your car. So basically you're going to be going against this edge. You're going to use this as your guide. Okay, so most people like to use this, which is right here. But me, whenever I back up, I look at that and I look at that, because you see how there's the edge of there's the grass, there's the house, there's the driveway right here. Here's the edge of my car, and again, there's the edge of the grass. So I use both of these areas. Now, see, I don't even know if you guys can see that. Let me see. Now, there's two, I don't know if you could see it, okay, on the edge of the grass right here, on my rearview mirror, there is, make sure nobody's here because I'm blocking the sidewalk here. Okay, there's like the two basement windows right there. Okay, so the two basement windows, there's the back window and there's the front window. The cat that just passed away 9 days ago used to always sleep inside this window. So he would wait for whoever came first, and then he would, as soon as I would pull in, he would block the area. And I'm just like, dude, come on. I would have to call whoever would be home I'm like, hey, I need for someone to come and get this cat because I don't want to end up running him over, which was Marquita's cat. And I was like, oh my gosh. I'm like, are you guys kidding me? I'm like, I said, babe, I said, are you home? He's like, yeah. I was like, I need you to come and get this cat. Or if Brenda was home, she would come, and Brenda's going to be the one that's going to be in the link that I'm going to put down at the bottom. If it's either a description area or the comment section, I'm going to probably put it there. I hope it's clickable. If not, I'll try to find a way. This way you guys can see the animals that we've had. And if not, if you guys are part of Facebook, I'll put a link, a clickable link, so you can see what used to be our animal kingdom. The only two animals that are left is Gino, which is our three-legged American Bulldog, and my friend's cat used to jump on the hood. Oh my God. Yeah, yeah, no, exactly. It's like, I don't know what it is with cats and cars. Seriously, that's why, unfortunately, you see so many cats ran over. Sometimes I can't tell if it's a cat or a skunk, but at least I know if it is a skunk and you pass by it and over it without running over it, it starts stinking after a while. So, but yeah, so it's like the cat would get in the middle, and so I'm gonna like flip you guys over again. So let me go this way. So I'm like going like that, making sure he's not back there. And like right now, when I was pulling in, I was expecting the cat to be there, and I literally had to like sit back. And okay, guys, so hold on one second. All right, I'm gonna have to put you down for a second, just for a second, guys, because I'm trying to do this one-handed, and it's so hard doing this one-handed. And but yeah, it's like how can I explain? Yeah, it's just like there's a saying in Spanish where my husband likes to say, and I don't even know if most Latinos say it, or if it's like a saying that my husband says. But as soon as I was backing up, and I was because this is like nonstop. So basically, Highland, which is the one that we found here in front of our house, he would always wait for my husband in front of the house. So he would walk my husband out to the car, to his Jeep, and then he would come back in, go do whatever he had to do, and then once my husband would be home, he'd wait for him in the front and accompany him inside the house. Now, after he passed, Sassy, the one that just passed away 9 days ago, let's see, yeah, 8 days ago yesterday, so it would have been 9 days ago if you count today. So yeah, Sassy started doing that with my husband, so he ended up kind of like taking over and stuff. Okay, so but yeah, so I'm pulling in, and like I'm getting ready to say, se me aguadaron los huevos. Like I literally had to stop, put my car in park, because I started getting choked up, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, are you freaking kidding me? And I'm like, okay, so I know other people probably go through the same thing, where it's just like you expect it, kind of like, when you walk in the house, you have a dog wagging its tail because they're happy to see you. It's the same thing. I was getting ready to pull in, and I'm just like, oof, because like even right now I could feel getting choked up, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. I'm like, so it's so weird. So it's just like, I know a month ago I was getting ready to place some other, it was like, and yeah, exactly. It's like, where have we been, this and that and what have you. And it's just like so weird, and so it's like the routine is no longer there, if that makes sense, also. And so I'm just like, okay, so I haven't done a video in a while, and I'm gonna go ahead and do it, and then all of a sudden, Broadway passes, and then it was another cat. No, first it was Sophie, because she had died during that time that I was getting ready to do a video. Then I'm like, okay, I'm like the saying says, I'm over it now, and I'm getting ready. Then Broadway passes, which is the one that would be in the videos, and it's just like right now, I was like earlier, I was like getting ready to make I can't remember what the heck I was making, taco soup, or oh god, what was I making? I was making something healthy, it's gonna kind of like make it um make some food where it's good for diabetics, but it doesn't taste as if it was for diabetics. So it tastes normal. So this way anybody, in the household can okay, hold on. I'm trying to get this unlocked. So hold on here. No. Okay, let's see. There we go. So yeah, but again, every time I would cook or you do a video, I'd be used to seeing the cat like in the background. So to do a video, getting freaking, I said I wasn't going to get like this. Okay. Hold on. Oh, okay. So being that I was getting ready to do a video and not seeing him in the background, it's like, whoa. It's like, it hits hard. And even though he drove the shit out of me, I'm like, oh my God. I said, this freaking cat, and I even told my daughter, I said, I'm going to kill your cat and stuff, so. But, oof. como dice el dicho. And I'm like, oh, I'm like crying like a little bitch here right now. But at least we know I'm human. I'm not a freaking machine. Yeah, like, or what did my mom say? It's like, yeah, the bitch has, no, wait, what did she say? She's like, yeah, the bitch has emotions too. So, freaking woman, she's 80 years old, and it's so funny. But yeah, and it's really weird because I've never really cried for animals, but being that these animals, like I said, I was like, what, in late 20s, early 30s. So I think I want to say it was like, I had just turned 30 years old when we ended up getting those animals. But yeah, so it's like like I said, I was getting ready to make my like these recipes and everything else, and reviews, and like the recipes for like diabetics and healthy living and people that want to lose weight and what have you. But it was just like so messed up, and I'm thinking, okay, you know what? And I even told my husband, I said, let me go ahead. I said, let me go ahead and go get my foot inserts, because unfortunately, when you're diabetic, your feet suffer a lot too. So if you can find something that's got ridges and it rolls or whatever, start buying it and start doing it every day or every other day, or at least 3 to 4 times a week. Soak your feet in Epsom salt. If you have any type of essential oils, don't sign up for any company. Just go to like the vitamin shop or any place that sells essential oils and put a few drops in there. Okay. What kind of Epsom salt? You can buy the Epsom salt. It's called Dr. Berg's massage type thing. I don't know what that is. You can, okay, if you want to soak your feet in that type of tub-like thing where it shoots out like those jets, like the water jets. You can do that too. Soak it with, like I said, the Epsom salt and, Epsom salt and, oh my God, I just said it, like peppermint oil. Now, if you can freeze Raleigh thing you said. Massage type thing, what kind? Raleigh thing. Oh, the rolling thing. Yeah, no, it's like, mm, you know what? I don't have a picture. All right. It's like what they call like a foot roller. Okay. Buy a foot roller. They're called foot rollers. Okay. Or a massage. Yeah. Like a massage type foot roller. They're long. They're probably about 6 inches long or maybe even 4 inches long. And they have ridges, and the ridges go basically like the way the lines in between your fingers. Okay, so it's like they're this long, probably as long as my hand, but then the ridges are like that, and they're almost cone shaped, but they're called foot rollers or foot massagers or something like that. Google it and everything else. See if you can find something like that. And if not, again, I'll put something down at the bottom. This way you guys can see it and everything else. But in the meantime, what you could do is, especially if your feet hurt a lot. Now, what I usually do is I'll soak it with hot water, get like really, really hot water, peppermint oil in there, like maybe 5 to 10 drops for each side and stuff. Um, and then from there, I will put baking soda, and then I would put sal de alum, which is basically alum salt or alum rock salt, but it's alum, A-L-U-M. Um, uh, you might be able to find some at like the Mexican stores, but it's called sal de alumbre, and they'll be in rock form, like in a rock form, and it'll look like salt in a rock, rock formation and stuff. Now, if you can grab a bag, start breaking it, or if you have a coffee grinder, put it in there, or a ninja bullet. No, not a ninja bullet. So they call it called ninja bullets? A bullet thing, like the bullet blender, the ninja bullet blender. Oh my God, what the hell is it called? The bullet machine, bullet blender. I can't remember what the hell is it called. Oh my God, I've made so many freaking videos with it. The bullet blender. If you have a bullet blender or a ninja or some sort of blender, you can use it to grind it up, okay, into a powder formation. Because if you can do it that way, it'd be so much easier. So, okay, so yeah, the ninja would work fine. And then magic bullet. There you go. Thank you. I'm like, what the hell is it called? But yeah, so it's like, so it'd be the water. So the water, some apple cider vinegar, probably like maybe, I would probably put like maybe 1/8 of a cup, which is basically half of the 1/4 of a cup. So like if you got the 1/4 of a cup, it's going to be half of that. Less than half, I should say. So it's 1/8 of a cup of apple cider vinegar, baking soda, and then alumbre, sal de alumbre, which is alum salt. You are going to feel that bubbling inside on your feet, and it's going to feel amazing. You're just going to be like, oh my God, this feels great. I mean, it really does. And then you just sit there, relax and everything else. And then the next thing you know, you're going to be rolling your feet with that rolly thing, like that foot massager, where you just roll back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But if you don't have one right now, don't go out and just buy it, because we need it. If you have bottled water right now, put 2 bottled waters inside the freezer right now. Let it freeze. That will be good, because if you look at it, that bottled water has got ridges also. So when you freeze that, make sure it's on really, really tight and it hasn't been opened, okay? And you're gonna roll it back and forth for each side, depending again on how big your foot tub is, okay? So if your foot tub is big enough to put two water bottles on there where you can roll back and forth your feet, then go ahead and do it. But I only do that after the water looks clear and after the fizzing and after the bubbling and after I feel my feet have relaxed a bit, because the water's still going to be hot. But once you put those frozen bottles in there, you're going to feel your feet, get so much better. Now, at the nighttime, what I usually do too is I will put coconut oil on my feet and also Vicks because of the mentholatum part, and it's got the eucalyptus. Do you roll back and forth inside the Yes, I do. And that's exactly what I do. I go back and forth, and so I could be watching TV, working on my laptop, and I'm just going back and forth, with my feet. So I'm kind of like trying to get work done, but subconsciously I'm, it's kind of like walking and chewing gum at the same time. I can't do both because I have to be focused on one thing. But yeah, so you could be doing something else, watching TV, whatever, but once you start doing it back and forth, at first it's going to feel really strange because the water is super, super hot, and the water bottles are super, super frozen. But the moment you put them inside that hot water, it's going to crack and it's going to break. Not the bottle, but the ice inside the bottle. And once you can do that, you're going to see that because of the baking soda, the vinegar, and the salt that's inside. Now, be sure you do not use regular table salt. So, because if you use regular table salt, it's not going to work. It has to be alum salt, the rock salt that you grind yourself, or if you don't have a grinder or a Ninja or a Magic Bullet, then just use a hammer and start hammering it in a plastic bag or a paper bag or whatever, and just save it. Put it in a plastic container, airtight plastic container, and put like 2 tablespoons in the tub and stuff. So, but yeah, that actually helps. Don't do it every day. Do it at least once a week or once every 2 weeks. Because again, because the alum does go inside of you, but at the same time, we still need salt in our system, even though, see, this is what one thing I don't get. And this is one of the reasons why I don't, we need salt in our system, but it has to be real salt. So like sal de alumbre, yeah, sal de alumbre or alum salt is basically one of the healthiest forms. Now, if you have pink Himalayan sea salt, that's even better. But you can cook with that. You can use that inside the water if you want. But with that, I would be very careful because that is the purest form of salt you can ever get. Because let's say the recipe calls for 2 tablespoons of salt, where you only need 1/4 teaspoon of the pink Himalayan sea salt. So you have to be really careful. Let me see what else. What else do I use? So yeah, so then once I'm done doing that, I dry my feet, and then at night, yeah, the pink salt is really good. At night before I go to bed is I'll use the coconut oil. Now, I don't know if you guys get an Aldi's at your place where you guys live. An Aldi's or a Super Saver or something like, or even, like a Walmart, buy coconut oil, like the solid form of coconut oil. Um, have one just for your body, for your hair, for your face, for your, because people buy body lotions and just read the back of a body lotion bottle, you know. It's like the stuff with like all these different companies also. It's just like, I was like, okay. And I sell Avon, yes, but I use the stuff sparingly. Now I look at it and what I know about that, it's like, it's, I don't want to say it's natural, but it's not dangerous. So, because otherwise they wouldn't be selling this stuff. So, and the cool thing about it, I've already seen their research and development area too, so which is really cool. But yeah, you got to be very careful what you put on your body, because everything gets absorbed within our pores. So we have to be careful. So like, let's say you like the smell of cinnamon, you love the smell of gardenias or whatever. You know, get like a small plastic container. Like, let's say at the dollar store, they sell like these little square things where you can use for like dressings or nuts or whatever. Pour like maybe half a tablespoon in there. Add like maybe 5 or 6 drops of essential oils. Again, like I said, you don't have to join no company, okay? Um, okay. I love you. You take it easy. And yes, exactly. So it's at after 106, you can start watching it. You take it easy, honey. I love you. But yeah, you can go to any like vitamin shop place or whatever, and you can get, let's say, if you like I said, cinnamon, you can buy the cinnamon oil, buy oh, I don't know, uh gardenia oil, lemon oil, lime oil, mix stuff up, frankincense, drop a few drops of these things, of the oils into the coconut oil, rub it up really, really good, put it on your skin. Guess what? You got yourself a perfumed uh, skin softener, and it's healthy because guess what? You got lemon, and you can actually get your own, like, let's say if you want your own lemon oils, grab some lemons, go buy a bag of lemons, start grating your lemons, I mean, oh my god, I can go on and on. You know what, we'll just do another video about that too. So because I gotta go, I've been sitting here for about an hour. I want to thank you guys for being here for me. I really do, because I thought I was like the only one that, I mean, just thinking about it, I get kind of choked up, about these little fur babies that are in our life. And I know I got a couple of friends right now. Oh my God. She has this most beautiful, beautiful husky. His name is Blaze. Oh my God. I don't know how old he is, but I know the mama, which is my friend, is, how can I explain it? You could tell that she's so in love with this dog. And who wouldn't be? Oh my God, this dog is like the bodyguard of her. He protects her. He's there with her all the time. And when I see animals protect, and it's like my girl here, Angela, Angela M, she had to leave. She was saying that her dog, I think it was a dog or the cat. I'm sorry, honey, I can't remember. That her dog or, dog or cat, or her fur baby, there we go. Her fur baby, follows her everywhere. Or when she's feeling down, he or she is following her everywhere also. So our animals feel. Our animals cry. Now, I don't know if some of you are on Facebook or not, but there's been stories where you see dogs or cats that their owners are gone to the hospital and they don't come back, and then they find out, and they're at the hospital door or the emergency door, or they find out that they're getting buried. They're laying down at the graves, or at the headstone in the graveyard. I mean, that's just like the saddest thing. That's why I'm just like, oh, I don't want, as much as I love animals, I would rather be a volunteer, because I don't want my animal to outlive me and feel sad when I'm no longer around. And it's just like, because I'm not saying I'm going to be dying soon. No, on the contrary. I mean, I got a little grandbaby to live for. It's just like, he was born in October. I want to say it was like the first Thursday of the month, or second Thursday. I can't remember. I think it was the 7th, 3rd, 4th, between the 3rd and the 7th. I don't remember. Shame on me. I know. But yeah, so it's a sad thing to lose your fur babies, or your, yeah, or the what's the word I'm looking for, like your fine weather, a fine our fine feathered friends, or our reptiles, or our mammals, like our hamsters, um, our gerbils, our guinea pigs, our, I mean, these animals that we call our mascots. In Spanish, they're called mascotas, because they're our pets. They're are everything, especially, I don't know. I mean, it's just me, because animals are just like humans. You show them love, they're going to stick with you. You respect them, they're going to respect you. But if you beat the crap out of your animals and you grab them and throw them up against a wall or on the floor, or you throw them on the floor, or you kick them, you think they're going to be hanging around you guys? No, they're not. They're going to be just like any human being. They're going to break up with your ass and leave you. So, and so you got to like fix your shit up, so. But anyways, I'm gonna leave. You guys take it easy. I love you. And yeah, it's like, let me know what you guys think. And I know if you guys are gonna be viewing the recording here, I will be putting up the links that I told you in regards to the photos, and what was it? The salt, and the photos. Oh yeah. So the photos of the animals that passed away these past few weeks, and then the link to um, my husband's animal. Well, what we would call my husband's animal kingdom, because he did not know how to say no. And I even told my husband jokingly in Spanish, and I'll translate it in English. I said, you never said no to your kids. I wonder if you were a female in your past life. And he's like, why? Ni porque si hubieras dicho que no en tu vida pasada, yo creo que fuiste más puta que las pinches gallinas. And then he started laughing. I told him, if you said no, if you never said no in your past life, I said, I think you were such a freaking prostitute that you were worse than the freaking hens, the Betty Cluck hens, because these bitches, all they want to do is lay eggs and screw and whatever, And he's like, well, I do have a small waist, and I tell you, that man, if he was gay, he would be the best gay partner for a guy. How can I explain it? Okay, he'd probably be the bitch, maybe. And the I know I went on a tangent right now, but it's just like he's got such the tiniest little waist, and he's so skinny, and he's so. I mean, you've guys seen videos of him, and you, anyways. But yeah, no, it's like I tell him, it's like he had to have been a freaking hoe in his past life, or a prostitute, or a call girl, or something. But anyways, all right, I'm going on a tangent. I'm just talking now. But yeah, so let me know if you've gone through that, if you felt like your world came crumbling down when you lost your fur baby. You know, not only in death, but if they ran away, because I've had a lot, well, actually not a few, but a lot of my fur babies run away. Um, So yeah, or maybe you never did, but you wanted to have one. Let me know in the comment section below. So I'll talk to you guys later. I love you. And now to figure out how to end this. It's been a while. Let me see. You sure you want to stop streaming? I think so. Let me see. Yeah, that's it. All right, guys. I'll see you later, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. I can't get this to go. It doesn't want to stop.